My name is Matthew Quick. I am the author of the Silver Linings Playbook.
My name's Natalie Bennett and I'm the leader of the Green Party of England and Wales.
I'm Irvin Welsh, I'm a writer.
My name is Mehdi Hassan, I'm the political director of the Huffington Post UK.
I'm Sarah Corbett and I run the Craftivist Collective.
Hi, my name is Sanderson Jones. I'm the co-founder of the Sunday Assembly, which is a godless congregation that celebrates life.
Secret Forum is responsible for facilitating all the talky, thinky stuff at the Wilderness Festival. So we have a big venue right in the middle of the festival where all the major events happen, but then there's satellite venues for philosophy, meditation, fiction, a number of other little things. The Wilderness School, where we bring in the How To Academy and the School of Life to do classes for an intimate little group of people. But then we partner with big institutions and collectives and promoters like Intelligence Squared and the Frontline Club and the Huffington Post. So in the same afternoon or the same evening we might have the Pyjama Men, Paul Mason from Channel 4 News, Anthony Gormley, Irvin Welsh, Zoe Williams, who's my favourite columnist at The Guardian, Reaps One, Shlomo, the beatboxers. You know, it flits all over the place, much like people do at a festival. So
what we've done is we have nicked all the bits of church that we like, and we've gone and repurposed them so that it can be inclusive of everyone. It's also to do with this crowd. These are just the right people for it. People who, hello dude. There we go. Thanks very much for coming. It's just something which can be used to create change.
I wanted to make the point to the audience that you can now say things about Muslims in polite society and in particular in the media that you can't say about any other minority group. And I think some people kind of get it, kind of suspect it, but you really need to see it. You need to see those front page covers saying BBC puts Muslims before you, or now Muslims tell us how to run our schools. The coverage is hysterical, it's over the top, it's negative, it's demonising 2.7 million people in this country.
I think we had a really interesting discussion and lots of input, and I always believe that dialogue is much more interesting than monologue. And I think one of the things that someone from the audience asked about was the issue about biofuels and how we're using large expanses of land, particularly in America, to actually grow food to mainly power cars, when actually what we need to be doing is actually focusing on growing to feed ourselves, feed the world's population. I think the format's really good, and I think that the interactive element of it is great, and the fact that you're mixing comedy and serious discussions and all of that.
I love the idea that people are just wandering around, and so somebody who might not even be interested in these topics might just wander in and get something that they weren't even coming for, which I think is brilliant. And I think whenever there's dialogue in community, it's good. And so you have a lot of people here, artists, writers, musicians, they're all kind of converging in one spot, and I think good things happen when you bring people together.
You're a writer because you're a reader, basically, and you want to meet other readers, and it's books are great, but they're very isolating, so it's nice to be able to talk to people. You don't really know how people are reacting to it. Often you don't get a chance to do that. You might see somebody on the tube who's reading the book, but you don't really know what's going through their mind.
I thought the format was fantastic, especially speaking in the round, which made me a little nervous. I've given hundreds of talks and lectures around the world, and I've yet never spoken in the round. So I did go free-handed and wander around. Hello. And I did go free-handed and wander around the stage, making my points. And it was a really good buzz, really good atmosphere, and a really attentive and interested and informed crowd.
Well, I think the forum's beautiful because you're in a circle, so you automatically feel in community with each other, and it's a safe space to talk and challenge each other. And it seems like a nice quiet place that afterwards people can have chats with strangers or just stop and think on their own amongst all these trees.
the thing I love about the format is the informality of it, and it's something you can really only get at a festival. People are lounging and lying around and they're in fancy dress and sometimes they're undressed. And it just opens the discussion up in a way that you would never get in a lecture hall or a conference centre. And the speakers get an audience that they would never get normally. So your life is made infinitely easier by not having to explain to them that going to the middle of a field in Oxfordshire for no particular reason is a good idea.